the kettle whistles and it is time for tea, I think of those who made it just for me.
Start again. Hello and welcome to yet another day of our month of tea brewing. Today we're going to move on from tea bags to tea infusers, which historically is a little backward because these are more ancient than the tea bag invented in 1908. And yet there's a renaissance, and I made a Pinterest page with hundreds, there's about 100 tea infusers that I have listed on the Pinterest page, but I'm sure you could find 100 more. They're just great fun. The real key with any of these tea infusers is the fact that it encases the tea, and if the leaf is large, it may restrict the water going through and being able to touch all the pieces of the leaf. But it's also a situation where the size of the holes may mean that you don't want such a fine grind. So with this one, I'm using a kuki-cha. This is a Japanese tea. And I got this from Ito-en. I ordered this from their online program. And the cups that I'm using now, I'm featuring some that are fun for me because these were made by family and friends. I don't collect the infusers, but I do collect the cups. One of the other teas that I chose, just as an example, this is a fairly new company, Tea Royalty. This one, they have named a Devonshire Grey. Let's think of it like an Earl Grey. Once again, a black tea with beautiful, beautiful little cornflowers in it. Now this may be too much for this infuser because the leaves may swell and make it very difficult for the water to pass through. But you know, it's worth a try. It's something you need to experiment with. I'm going to put this in a glass cup. In this one, I can enjoy watching my individual cup infuse, and because it's a light background, I can really appreciate the color as it comes up with the aroma. In this one, it's a black tea. It's a darker tea, and served in a big glass mug like this. A nice, robust black tea will start to infuse fairly quickly. One of the finest mesh infusers that I have found is this one. It's a little, the holes are so tiny, and the chamber itself is actually pretty small. The water does seem to go into it. The problem I have with this one is it's a little more difficult to clean out. But one of the things I like about it is that you can scoop up even a very fine mesh. This tea is so finely cut. It wouldn't work in some other infusers that have larger holes without the tea leaves slipping through the holes. Now this says a coarsely fine black tea, making it look like espresso rather than tea. It is from Chado Mauritius tea. So what you can imagine with this one is how easy it would be for you to put your tea inside this chamber and take it with you if you were going to a friend, you know, if you were traveling or going to a restaurant. So I infused the kuki-cha, the Ito-en kuki-cha, and you see how much they expanded. They expanded to the full size of this infuser. But the thing is that they probably, if they hadn't been compacted, they would have, if they hadn't been so compact, they probably would have opened up even more. And in fact, I could take this and put it in another cup of water. For another infusion. So your homework today, if you choose to accept it, is to visit our Pinterest page and enjoy the variety and the whimsy and the elegant beauty of individual tea infusers. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
When the kettle whistles and it is time for tea, I think of those who made it just for me. Farmers in the green fields very far away, pruned and picked and dried it in a special way. Looking in my teacup, sometimes I think I see many people sipping round the world with me. When the kettle whistles and it is time for tea, all these new friends smile and share my tea with me.